What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Time for the Real Everyday Movie Fan. I am Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
Today we're giving you our real-time review of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
That's right.
Now, I didn't get a chance to see this. I had other stuff going on. But Ryan got to see it, so it's a little change of pace.
Yeah.
It's a little change of pace where he got to see it early and I didn't.
Yeah, special advanced screening. So I ponied up the dough to go see it.
So what did you think of it?
First
Was
of all,
it worth the money?
It's worth the money. Go see it. It's a fun movie. It's a fun summer movie. It's not summer, but it's a fun summer movie.
Watch your step in here.
All right, guys, to start us off, the movie starred Dwayne Johnson, Gillian, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Nick Jonas. There are some other people involved in the movie.
Bobby Cannavale, Tim Matheson, Reese Darby. I think the only one of the kids that you see, the only one that I recognize his name is Alex Wolff.
Yeah, Alex Wolff's the only one I really recognize. But let's jump right into this. You got to see it.
Yeah.
Overall, what did you think of the film and your score?
I think I'm going to probably give it a 7.7.
Wow.
When we saw the trailers, you were like, I don't know, man, it looks kind of dumb. And I was like,
I think, yeah.
When you look at a movie like this, it's either going to be like you want like, oh, good, fun, great, just fun summer movie. It's not summer, I keep saying that, but you know what I mean. Like, and then the other side is, yeah, but it could be really dumb. And unfortunately, a lot of times these days, I think I remember yelling at you in a parking lot one time. It's not my fault. Movies suck these days. Yep. But because they kind of do. And so you go to a movie like this, and it ends up just being dumb and stupid and sucky and everything like that. And I'm really happy to report that this is, this really is what it shows itself to be. It's a funny, fun movie. You'll have some laughs and have a good time. So
Sweet. And so one of the things I wanted to ask you about is how is the cast, not just in their individual roles, but how are they like as far as ensemble cast and chemistry?
The chemistry works great. The great premise of this movie is, and I should mention, like as far as the writing goes, it's actually written by the same guys who wrote Spider-Man: Homecoming earlier this year. So that kind of explains why it's as good as it is, partially. But it's the idea of getting these kids in these bodies is just a great idea, and the cast does an extraordinary job. The two that have the most transformative roles is Dwayne Johnson and Jack Black. And Dwayne Johnson actually does a really good job of acting like this scared, nerdy, wimpy kid. I don't know what's going on. And then Jack Black, of course, as you see in the trailers, is the ditzy teenage girl, and he is fantastic. He's definitely one of the best parts about the movie.
I'm an overweight middle-aged man.
He's just really funny, and what's amazing is that when you watch the movie, you just sort of like fall into it. So like you sort of see him as these characters, and like he's training the girl how to be cute and everything like that, and you're just like, you forget that it's Jack Black and he's a guy, and then when they turn back into the girl at the end of the movie, you're like, oh wait, I need a minute to process this. Karen Gillan does pretty good. She doesn't have as big a comedic role or as big a transformation. Definitely not. I mean, she's in the shadow of these three much more famous actors also too. Kevin Hart obviously is funny, playing a guy who's used to being the big tough guy, and he has to shrink down and tries to get into a fight with the nerdy kid. It's a really solid cast. Nick Jonas
Watch
comes
your
in
step in here.
He feels a little bit thrown in there.
Stay off the white
I would
bricks.
say that's maybe one of the weaknesses. But overall, the four of them, just really, really great chemistry, funny stuff, a lot of funny moments. Really good. It reminds me a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not as good as that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy, but it has that same sort of just like appropriate comedy, that just kind of, there's one or two moments where they kind of take it too far, or the scene goes on too long, but for the most part, it's just really good stuff and make you laugh and make you giggle a little, and the action is good, so yeah.
One of the things I was curious about was I'm a huge fan of the original Jumanji. I think we both are.
Yeah.
The problem I had was it was being a direct sequel.
Yeah.
And then in that respect, because the original was a game, and that, for me it had a much more grounded, I guess, tone, even though it was a fun movie. But there's this idea that this kid gets sucked into this world that's, he's alone and he's scared.
Right.
But how did this transform, like, from being the Jumanji we know to the Jumanji does not? Because this is a direct sequel.
Yeah.
So how did it play as far as, like, transforming itself?
First of all, when the first scene in the movie is the Jumanji game sitting in the sand and the beat going, you're like, whew. That takes me back.
Takes you back? Okay.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago. Wow, the sequel was a long time coming. Yeah, and then it turns from a board game into a video game, actually. You see that happen. And that's actually one of the weaknesses, though, is because you never really get the logistics of this game. Like, what does this game really want? Because in the first movie, it's making them play the game and bringing animals into our world, and if you lose, you get sucked in, right? And in this, it's sucking you in first thing and making you play a video game that you have the option of getting out of, and it's creating an entire fictional world, an entirely fictional setting for the video game players, and you're like, what is this game's deal? And it never really answers that question. It's just sort of like, okay, the first movie it did this, now it's doing this. I guess it just really wants people, to play with it. I don't know. So that's maybe one of the weaknesses. But it does definitely reference that. It definitely references Alan Parrish, Robin Williams' character in the first movie, and it definitely sets up a continuity. So that's okay. Actually really cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So wrapping up your final thoughts, can you recommend the film, and what are your overall thoughts as far as just the movie in general?
I can definitely recommend the film. I saw a critic, on IMDb or something trashing it, saying it was just trash, and I was like, "What's up your butt?" We're like, I know what you're thinking. But I mean, I just had a fun time. It's a action-packed, movie from Jake Kasdan, the son of the legendary Lawrence Kasdan. If you don't know who Lawrence Kasdan is, shame on you. Guy who co-wrote Raiders of the Lost Ark, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, wrote and directed a lot of great movies in the 80s like Silverado. His son, John Kasdan, has made some indie films. They're writing the new Han Solo movie. Lawrence Kasdan recently co-wrote The Force Awakens, and Jake has got his second son, Jake, has gone down the more comedic route. He's made Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story, Bad Teacher, Sex Tape, and now this. I really wanted to get that out there because I want to educate people on the Kasdan family. But it's a good comedy. Jake Kasdan has proved himself a good comedy filmmaker, and I definitely recommend this movie for you guys to go check out.
Awesome. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Jumanji if you have seen it this early screening? Leave your comments in the section below. Give us your positives and negatives and your score out of 10. If you have not seen it, has this review encouraged you to see it? I know for me, the trailers did not excite me whatsoever. I thought this looked like trash. I thought it was going to be a horrible movie, but I've seen some other reviews and yours now, and it's given me some hope that I can actually go to the theaters in a couple weeks and enjoy myself. Also, if you like what you watch, then hit that like button, subscribe to our channel so you can receive more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. The links are in the description below. That's all for today. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real
with ReelTime.